This is Terry Price and Ricky Mondragon from Synovia Solutions Canada. And I'm going to show, this is a mechanic video to show how to install the LMU, also known as, you may call it an ESN, also with the MDT. And this is an MDT here that has the tamper-proof connection. Okay, so I'm going to start with the LMU. So the first thing we want to do, this is your aerial. Once you've connected your aerial to the outside, there are two cables and one goes to COM, the small one goes to COM. They only fit on the two. And the other one goes to the GPS. Right. So they are now connected. And the next is bringing in the wiring for the wiring from the LMU through to the MDT. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to take these long cables. It has several connections. These cables, just make sure that they usually come assembled. Just make sure everything is snug. All the pins are snug. Just give it a little check, and then you shouldn't have any problems thereafter. Okay, so now I'm going to take the power. The most important thing on this whole connection is on the power, you need to connect it to aux 2 on the back. If you can see that closely, there's aux 1 and aux 2. We always put the connection from the MDT into aux 2. I'm going to insert it like this. Just give it a little pull to make sure it's in tight, and that's now made a good connection. And then at the other end, once you've wired up the bus, you would then take this and plug this into the MDT once you've found a location where you're going to put it on the bus.
That's a USB connection?
Yes, so it's a USB connection.
Perfect, okay.
And we're going to take it here. If it has the cradle, it plugs in. We also want to be very careful on these.
What if they don't have a cradle, Terry?
They don't have a cradle?
Where is the USB connection if they don't have a cradle?
Okay, without this one here does not have a cradle, and the connection is on the bottom.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so you can stick it on the bottom, and then you'll be able to check it. Now, one thing that we have to connect now is the power. Now, this is the power source. It's coming in. The power goes in the other end of the MDT. I'm just going to connect this here. Are we in the center of the screen? And this pin is bent. Just going to fix that one. There we go. Make sure that is snug.
Just this one with the cradle better.
Okay. Now I just want to mention here the two lights, very important. There's a GPS green light and a COM amber light. You want to make sure those are solid. If they're solid, when they first install, they'll take a few seconds. Could take 30 to 40 seconds. You need to have solid connections. The lights have to be solid. Once they're solid, then you know you're ready to go. And in this particular case, this MDT here is loading. It's loading up the Everyday Solutions. It'll always load up when it's first plugged in. It could take a few minutes. And once it's finished doing the loading, then you know you have power. The most important thing to see too is having a timestamp that'll appear on the center. This will take, we can just pause the video for now. Okay, this now has loaded up, and this is what the screen will look at. The most important thing for mechanics to know is the date. Now, if you're doing this installation inside with a metal roof, you may not be able to see this. You may have to get the vehicle outside. It may take, go from a 1% to 100%. What it's doing, it's updating with the server and communicating, and it usually does this every day. So if the hasn't been connected before, it's a new connection, you're adding a new one, it may take 3 minutes for that to completely update. And again, if you're in the shop, the metal roof could be affecting getting the signal. All we want to make sure is that you can see that it's got the current date and time. Within a few minutes, it may be a server problem with cloud cover, but as long as you've got the date and time, you'll be fine. So that's what it should look like if you can see that. Okay, and thank you very much.